Whoops. Alright, well, time to feed the viewers on a Monday morning. Let's go. Yeah, Chris, they want their content. Yeah. Content. Hello, viewers. Mornings. Another beautiful day. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. What? Alright, what I got for you? Sitting here messing around here. What do we got here? Let's see here. Android 16 looks to be even better for gamers than we expected. Although the Game Developer Conference isn't until next week, Google made a surprising announcement anyway, introducing Vulkan. The tribunal look like the tribunal at Vulkan is expanding. All right, introducing Vulkan as the new default graphics API for Android. Until now, developers could rely on either Vulkan or OpenGL. Of course, you know there's OpenCL. You know, I'm just saying. Anyway, although the latter has been around for quite a long time, it says here the move to Vulkan as the default opens up a world of advanced rendering features for developer. Speaking of Vulkan, Nvidia is loving Vulkan too. You know, yeah. Anyway, it says here such as ray tracing and multi-threading. This can help enable richer, more immersive visuals for games that utilize it. Normally, this isn't that I would care all that much about, as I usually have one of the latest Android phones running the latest software. But yeah, a phone is a phone, you know. But it says, however, the move to making Vulkan the default for graphics will kick in when the final version of Android 16 arrives. That's an important point of this distinction when you're deciding on what gaming handheld to pick up. Says with many of these handhelds, you won't find the latest version of Android at the helm. Instead, the company includes anywhere between Android 11 and, on the very rare occasion, Android 14. But most of the time, you're getting Android 13 with little to no hope of seeing newer versions. Then it says some of this can be attributed to compatibility, seeing as something like Retroid Pocket and a Snapdragon 865 is better suited for older versions of Androids. At the same time, some like the Pimax Portal and Retroid Pocket Mini ships with Android 10. Pimax no longer sells the Portal, and although the Pocket Mini could be upgraded to Android 13, it comes with the caveat of a drop in performance. This leads me to why I am intrigued by Google's decision to switch to Vulkan API. I doubt the device such as the Pocket Mini will ever even sniff Android 16, but that's using a 6-year-old chip. However, it might be a different story with gaming handhelds like the ANY Odin 2 or ANEO Pocket Evo. The former utilized a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, with the latter reliant upon the G3X Gen 2. I was going to say 32. Says here, of course, neither of these are the latest and greatest. Both are still quite performant. Not to mention that, in part, thanks to community driver support, they are even better for mobile gaming than the Snapdragon 8 Elite. There's hope that the community shift its focus to try and unlock the horsepower of Qualcomm's latest chips, but that might not even happen. Then it says, however, this is where I am wondering if a relatively simple software update could provide even better performance and compatibility with newer chips. I am not sure that's what will happen, but I am hopeful at least one company will release an Android 16 update, even if it's just to see what happens. Of course, you know the modder's got something to say about that. Just saying. Anyway, it says here there is another side of the coin, and it's that some companies use heavily skinned versions of Android. In doing so, it's able to implement various tools that can take full advantage of the hardware. ANEO handheld, for example, usually have a few extra buttons. That's even what you'll find on many controllers. Not only that, when you start up something like an Neo Pocket S for the first time, you're not going to be greeted by the traditional Android home screen. Instead, it's a launcher unique to Neo handheld, complete with a flyout menu that provides more granular profile controls. And then it says, meanwhile, if you were to fire up a Retroid Pocket 5 for the first time, you're taken through a unique step process that guides you through everything. And when everything is said and done, it's just your basic old Android home screen, giving you the freedom to install any custom launcher that you want. Then it says, or just leave it as is if that's the way you want to roll. And then it says, nevertheless, I'm still pretty excited to see what kind of effects Google latest announcement has not just on gaming handheld, but also on phones and tablets. I think in the long run this will be good for everyone. I just hope that these gaming handhelds OEMs don't end up kicking and screaming the entire time. And that's the end of the article. So well, Google, Vulkan, yeah. These little handheld PCs are getting their shine, you know. And they come in different designs, different layouts. You know, let's see, what's the first one here? One has a button like up in the corner, but you have the analog stick, D-pad, and you have this button underneath. And then on the other side, you got the 4 buttons, analog stick, and then 2. Yeah, nice design too, but screen could be bigger. Then the next one you have, let's see, what's this? It has Rayman on it. I think that's the Neo Pocket Evo. It has 1 button here, analog stick, D-pad. Then you got the buttons going this way underneath the analog stick. On the other side, you got 4 buttons, analog stick, and then another button under the analog stick. Nice. They call them pocket size. They don't call them. They can remember their pocket size. You know. And of course, you have this one, the other one here. Which one is this? This another Android phone here has a button and an analog stick, D-pad, button. And you got the speaker ports at the bottom. You got a button here, 4 buttons, analog sticks, another button, and then speakers at the bottom. Of course, they all come with triggers too. Keep forgetting that. Almost forgot that part. But yeah, nice little pocket-sized handhelds. But you know, that's all this is happening because of who? The Steam Deck. Remember that. Valve said we couldn't find a game the Steam Deck couldn't run, and started a war. Basically, all the competitors came out the woodworks like, okay, we got something to say too. And it motivated them to even make more handhelds on the PC side of things. Yeah, so PC gamers are spoiled right now. They got their laptop, their desktop, and these handhelds to deal with. Pick one, or pick 2, or pick 3. But if you can't afford 3, just get 1. So yeah, they look pretty good, man. This one, the other one that I'm looking at here, I think it's the Neo Pocket S. It has has a Zelda game on there. What's this? What's this? Link's Awakening? I think that's what it is. But it has a Zelda game here. But that's the 4 buttons, analog sticks, and then 2 on the right, and then the other side. So you know you got the analog stick, D-pad, and then 2 other buttons. So yeah. These handhelds, they look pretty good. You know, they look for what they can play. You know, so yeah. But Vulkan is taking now center stage now. You know, it's taking center stage now. You know, Nvidia is using Vulkan, AMD uses Vulkan, and the Vulkan is just getting more popular than ever now. So Linux is looking good. Anyway, but other than that, yeah. Nice little handhelds though. One has, I think one has, is that Metroid? I don't know what game that is. Okay, that's Rayman. Or is that I'm trying to figure out if that's Zelda or if that's Monster Hunter Worlds. But this one has Zelda on it. And yeah. And the PC handheld market is looking pretty good, and Android getting better, and so is Vulkan. Of course, you know the modders got something to say to about all this. You know they like to experiment with these handhelds to see how far they can push it and what they can add to it. Just saying. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Though. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, the Star Wars Dark thing. Dark Side. Go. Peace.